Hello and welcome to Behind the Post Rugby News and Analysis. Today we're going to be looking at Pool A of the Rugby World Cup 2023. So, Pool A includes New Zealand, France, Italy, Uruguay and Namibia. First of all, the All Blacks. Let's have a look at their road to the final. The All Blacks have made a total of 56 appearances in the Rugby World Cup, a total of 49 wins, no draws and 7 losses. Their win ratio is the highest at 88%. Their best finish has been champions 3 times in 1987, 2011 and 2015. And they qualify for Rugby World Cup 2023 by winning the bronze medal in the game that no one wants to play at Rugby World Cup 2019. New Zealand are currently ranked 4th in the world. In the latest results, they had a really good win against Argentina first up, another good win at home against South Africa, a really strong win against Australia in Melbourne, and a close win against Australia in Dunedin, followed by a loss against South Africa at Twickenham. Pool A rankings at the moment, so France are actually ranked 3rd in the world, New Zealand are ranked 4th, Italy 13th, Uruguay 17th, and Namibia 21st. The All Blacks squad for the 2023 Rugby World Cup are hookers Dane Coles, Timisoni Takiaho, Cody Taylor. The props are Ethan de Groot, Tyrell Lomax, Nipo Lalala, Fletcher Newell, Ufa Tuangafasi, and Tamaiti Williams. The locks are Scott Barrett, Brodie Retallick, Tupu Vai'i, and Samuel Whitelock. The loose forwards are Sam Cane, Shannon Frizzell, Luke Jacobson, Dalton Papali'i, and Ari Savia. The halfbacks are Finlay Christie, Cam Roigard, and Aaron Smith. The first 5/8s are Beauden Barrett, Damien McKenzie, and Richie Mo'unga. Midfielders are Jordie Barrett, David Havili, Rieko Ioane, and Anton Lienert-Brown. The outside backs are Caleb Clark, Lester Fainga'anuku, Will Jordan, Emoni Naura, and Mark Talia. The All Blacks' road to the final during the pool stages includes a huge blockbuster first up game against France in Paris, which I'm picking that the All Blacks are unfortunately going to lose. 7 days later, they've got game 2 against Namibia in Toulouse, and this one should be a comfortable win. They've then got 14 days to prepare for the game against Italy, which ultimately will make or break whether they make it out of the pool. Given Italy have never beaten the All Blacks, this should still be a comfortable win when they play them in Lyon. And finally, 6 days later, they got the final pool game against Uruguay on the 5th of October in Lyon. This will be a comfortable win, and I expect to see the All Blacks top team as they prepare for the quarterfinals. For France, the road to the final. So France have played 52 games at the Rugby World Cup. They've won a total of 36 games, drawn 1 and lost 15. Their overall win ratio is 69%. Their best finish has been runners-up in 1987, 1999 and 2011. Their qualification for the Rugby World Cup 2023 was that they finished as quarter-finalists at the Rugby World Cup 2019. For France, their current world ranking is 3rd, and their latest results include a loss to Scotland, in which they rested a number of their strongest players. Then they had a rematch with Scotland in which they played their strongest side and they won that. They then beat Fiji in what was quite a competitive game, and then put away Australia fairly convincingly in their final warm-up game. Their squad includes hookers Pierre Bourgaert, Julian Manchon, Piato Malvaka, Dorian Alderweireld, Ui Antonio, Cyril Bai, Sapeli Falatia, Jean-Baptiste Gros, Rida Wari, and their locks Thibaut Flamini, Roman Tafafanua, Paul Willemse, and Cameron Walkie. The loose forwards are Gregory Audrey, Paul Beaudehin, Francois Cross, Siku Makalu, Charles Olivion, and Anthony Gelonch. The halfbacks are Baptiste Colliot, Antoine Dupont, Maxime Lusu, and the fly halves are Antoine Hastoi and Matthew Halladay. The midfielders are Jonathan Dante, Gael Fiku, Yeram Mofana, and Arthur Vincent. The outside backs are Louis Biardi, Damien Peno, Gabin Villiers, Melvin Jaminet, and Thomas Ramos. France's road to the final includes, during the pool stages, that blockbuster game against the All Blacks in Paris, in which I think they will prevail. 6 days later, they've got a game against Uruguay in Lille, in which they should have a comfortable win, followed by another game 7 days later against Namibia in Marseille, which should be another comfortable win. And then they have 15 days to prepare for their final pool game against Italy in Lyon, in which they also will win. Italy, the road to the final. So Italy have played 31 games at the Rugby World Cup. They've won 13 with 0 draws and 18 losses. Their win ratio is at 42%. Their best finish has been third in the pool stages. And the qualification for Rugby World Cup 2023 was being third in the Pool B at Rugby World Cup 2019. So Italy have never made it out of their pool. Their current world ranking is 13th. In their latest results, they had a loss to Scotland, a loss to Ireland, a comfortable win against Romania, and an impressive win against Japan. The hookers, Italy squad is hookers Luca Bigi, Ella Ifalahame Fiver, Giacomo Nicotera, and the props Pietro Ciccarelli, Simone Ferrari, Danilo Fischetti, Ivan Nima, Marco Riccioni, Federico Zani. In the second row are Niccolone Canone, Dino Lamb, Federico Ruza, and David Sissi. In the back row are Lorenzo Canone, Toa Halafihi, Michel Lamaro, Sebastian Negri, Giovanni Pitinelli, and Manuel Zuolano. In the scrum halves are Alessandro Fuso, Alessandro Garbisi, Martin Page-Rello, and Stephen Varney. The fly halves are Tommaso Allen, Giacomo Di Re, Paolo Garbisi, and the centres are Juan Ignacio Brex and Luco Morisi. The outside backs are Pier Bruno, Angie Capuso, Montana Ioani, Paolo Altegunu, and Lorenzo Pane. So let's look at the other team in the group, Namibia, and their road to the final. So Namibia's first game is against Italy in St Etienne on the 9th of September, and this will be a game they'll be targeting as their first up game in the World Cup, and against, out of all the top tier nations that they face in this pool, the one that they've got the best chance to win against. However, I do expect that Italy will get this and Namibia will lose this game. 10 days later, they face the first of their 2 really tough games against the All Blacks in Toulouse on the 15th of September. I expect that they will lose this one, the All Blacks getting a comfortable win. 8 days later, they face France in Marseille on the 21st of September, and France I expect to get a comfortable win here. 7 days later is the big game for Namibia, and this will decide whether they finish 4th or 5th in the pool against Uruguay in Lyon on the 27th of September. Unfortunately, I expect Namibia to lose this game too. The final team in the pool is Uruguay. Let's look at their road to the final. First of all, they face a very tough game against France in Lille on the 14th of September. I expect that they will lose this with France getting a comfortable win. 6 days later, they face Italy in Nice on the 20th of September. And again, expect Italy to prevail here, so a loss for Uruguay. Their third game is going to be their biggest game and their most winnable game against Namibia on the 27th of September in Lyon, and I expect actually Uruguay to get the win on this occasion. And 8 days later, they'll be playing the All Blacks in Lyon on the 5th of October, in which the All Blacks are likely to play their strongest team ahead of the quarterfinals. Therefore, I expect a loss here for Uruguay. The final Pool A standings will be France in first, for a record of played 4, won 4, no losses. I think they'll accrue 2 bonus points to finish on 18 points. I think New Zealand will finish second with 3 wins and 1 loss, and a total of 3 bonus points, giving them a points total of 15. Italy finished third with 2 wins and 2 losses, and 2 bonus points to finish with 10 points. Uruguay to finish fourth with 1 win and 3 losses without any bonus points to finish on 4 points. And Namibia to have no wins, 4 losses, but to pick up a bonus points in the game against Uruguay, and finishing on 1 point in total. So the 2 teams to advance to the quarterfinals will be France in first and New Zealand in second, facing the winner and runner-up in Pool B.